Okay, it's recording. Okay, hello everybody. Haven't uploaded any video for a while because there's really nothing going on until 7.25 is coming out. Okay, so let's talk about the nerves. Right now, Retribution Paladin is at the bottom, as you see. We're just slightly better than Arcane Mage, but the other mage is better than us. And for Hunter, they're also better than us. We are just right here. If you are just Retribution Paladin and you only love doing DPS, that's where we are. And however, next week, actually tomorrow, when the reset comes online, there will be a 3.5% damage buff, and also there's a small buff on the tier sets. So that's the good news. So probably we're gonna be around here. But actually, the other weak classes are getting buffed as well. So I'm not really sure where we're gonna be standing. We are probably still around this floor. And there's gonna be some nerf here, but you can see the difference. We can never catch up. Okay, so let's talk about the nerfs. So since the Divine Hammer is gonna be really bad now, so I only use Divine Hammer in Mythic Dungeon Plus because you still need the AoE damage. But when you're doing the raid, especially when there's not a lot of AoE damage, you have to switch either this or that. So right now I'm using this. I can show you my WCL that I just did this, the Star Augur. As you can see, the single target, I'm still doing okay. This is my percentile, still okay. And for the Star Augur, the single target boss, I used Blade of Wrath. It depends on your situation. If you have, more than 30% haste, I have this much. If you have more than 30%, not haste, critical strike, this is pretty good. I'm just gonna wait till I got the T20 sets, which will increase my damage on this one, and I will get that. So imagine, let's see. Okay, so imagine I do a crit on this one. So right now it's this much damage with the tier set bonus, which is 20% additional damage. I will have, let's see, 600,000 damage. And then it will, when it quits, it's 3 times. So that will be 2 million damage. However, it's physical damage, so don't get too excited. The other damage we have, the Template Verdict, the Divine Hammer, they're holy damage, so they are pure damage. They won't get deducted by the armor. So, but still, 2 million physical damage, that's a lot when you crits. So, when I have the T20 sets, and when I still have this much critical strike, I will get this. But I also want to maintain high haste because I won't be having this, so more haste will give you more holy power, and you won't be stuck when all of your skills are in cooldown, and then you have to wait. So that's that. So I guess and there's also another way of doing it is people getting let's see, this one, and because you have the resets, and then you won't be casting the Crusader Strike as much as possible, so the Fire of Justice is not very good when you have Blade of Wrath, so people are using Zeal. So that's another way of doing it. For me, when I start raiding this week, at the beginning I will be using this and this, and then when I get the 2 T20 sets, I will be using this and this. And then once I have probably, more haste, or if it's not purely a single target boss, I would use this instead of that. So that's that. And I also want to talk about the trinkets. So let me show you the trinkets. Someone else did some simulation. You can pause the screen here, and these are mostly the new trinkets from Tomb of Sagaras. And as you can see, Convergence of Fate is still pretty powerful. And the good news for Convergence of Fate is that its effect doesn't scale with item level. It only scales with the strength. So, even though you have a really low item level of Convergence Fates, it's still not as bad. It depends on the duration of the fight. Because if it can give you one more Crusader strike, oh my gosh, it's really good. If it doesn't, switch it to something else. So for me, I will be using this and Arcane Crystal. Arcano Crystal. So I got this one from here. So I would suggest everybody, when you gamble trinkets, because 880 Arcane Crystal is equivalent to 910 trinkets or even more. It's just so powerful at the moment, so powerful. And it will still be powerful in the next patch, because Tomb of Sagaras doesn't really have good trinkets. So I will be using this one and this one when we start raiding. And if I get high item level trinkets, I will probably replace them or do some adjustment. But this is gonna be my choice when I start raiding. For legendaries, so because I have the sets from the Surama dungeons and their high item level, then I won't be having enough space for the legendary cloak, because I need to have the 4T19 gears. So because of that, I can't wear my legendary cloak, so I will be wearing the ring instead of the cloak. The ring is pretty good as well. It's only slightly worse than the cloak, but it's still pretty good. It's very close. And for the cloak, since I'm not wearing the cloak, I will be losing some strength, but instead I will be gaining lots of secondary stats. And I did some math. Secondary stat is going to be more important in the future, because we will be getting higher item level, and the item level scales more with the strength than the secondary stats. So when you get item level 950, you will have much more strength than your secondary stats. So your secondary stats in the long run will be more important when you have much higher item level. So that's a good thing. So that's why I'm gonna stick with the ring, because it has more secondary stats, and also the Arcane Crystal because they have more secondary stats as well. Strength is not gonna be that important, when you reach 40, or not 40, 50,000 strength. Okay, so and going forward, 7.25, when we have the new set items, obviously you want to have the 4 T20 items, and then you will have either 219 sets or the sets from the Surama dungeons. It depends on the item level, because with the new you can do up to 15 key to get really high item levels from the dungeons. The T19 sets, it's still limited to 905 or 910 item level. So it depends. If you have really high 2 T19 items, go with those. And if you have if you have high item level Surama sets items, use them instead. So obviously because of that, you won't have the space for the legendary cloak as well. So you will be stuck with the waist and the ring. I haven't got the new ring yet, so when I get it, I'm gonna test it. So my choice of legendary will be, the waist and the ring, or the waist and the new ring. I haven't got the new ring, but I got the new chest. So I'm really close of getting the new ring, but I want to wait till tomorrow to get it, because if I get it today, it will be 940 item level. If you get it tomorrow, it will be 970. So it saves a lot of time to get high item level, and I'm really close of getting it because I already have 186 curious coin, and I only have about 14 or 15 legendary items. So I'm very, very close to that new legendary ring. I haven't tested. Once I test it, I will post a video about it. So that will be my choice of items when I start raiding and when I get the good items. And for the relic, the second boss of Tomb of Sagaras will give you the fire relic for the Avenging Wrath. However, there won't be any boss that gives the holy power for Avenging Wrath, so we will need to farm Black Root Hold. Fortunately, I have 915 holy artifact of the Avenging Wrath, so I just need to farm one for this one. AP power is not very important at the moment once you hit the concordance, because every next point just gives very minimal effects. So you can stop your AP farming now. I mean, I'm just kind of lazy. My suggestion when you donate will be this one, because this one will sometimes will give you more bonus loot, and bonus loot is the most important when you want to get more chances of better gears. This one, Mage Tower, used to be very important because it gives you reputation and AP power, but now everybody can fly and everybody hits the concordance, so we don't need the AP, we don't need the reputation. And also make sure every day before you start doing anything, just make sure to check if anything is built to get the buff, and then you can start doing your quest or dungeon or raid. And when you gamble, just gamble for Trinket for your Arcano Crystal. So that's my strategy. And as you can see, I have saved 6 bonus loots, and there's more that I need to pick up in my class order hall. So I'm just super ready for Tomb of Sagaras. And also, if you want to get more legendaries, or you want to get the legendaries you want, just make sure you donate, and which means make sure you do all the quests in Broken Shore, because every 4 quests gives you 1 chest from donation. So make sure you do that. But for the other parts, you can stop doing the AP farming. Just make sure you do the emissary chest every day. So that's my suggestion. And the new quest, the Chromie, I don't think it's important, so I'm not gonna do it. So that's pretty much everything. And starting tomorrow, make sure you get the level 15 Mythic Dungeon Plus, because the week after you will get the chest for that item level. So next week the item level threshold is not going to be increased, but you need to get the 15 key, so that the week after you get the chest that has the higher item level. So that's pretty much my suggestion. And for the trinkets, I'm just gonna quickly go over. This trinket, Chaos Talisman, is really, really good, but you can't farm for that because it's from Assault of a Violent Hold, and there's no Mythic Dungeon Plus for that. So I got it from the gambling, and if you have a high item level, it's really good. Faulty countermeasure, it's no longer good. So don't use it unless you have a really, really high item level and it's for single target boss. Um, and I think that's pretty much it. Oh, and for the when you do Mythic Dungeon Plus, make sure you have the add-on to switch gears quickly, so that you can do more damage. So my strategy for Mythic Dungeon Plus, I think I mentioned it previously. What I did is that I have one set for single target, one set for AoE targets. But now I have a better strategy. So hear me out. So when you have Avenging Wrath, you want to use the Waste and the Ring because they only have the effect during the Avenging Wrath. And when you don't have the Avenging Wrath and it's on CD, you want to switch to other legendaries. And like I said, I don't have the space for Legendary Cloak, so what I have now when I don't have Avenging Wrath is the Trinkets and the Ring. The Ring is really good because it gives you 27% haste, which is like lust. And you get this lust every 30 seconds for 10 seconds. It's just crazy. So my strategy is that when you start the Mythic Dungeon Plus, you use the Waste, the Rain, and then for the first wave, you use the Avenging Wrath. And then once your Avenging Wrath is gone, and then when you get to probably the second wave or the third wave, when your Avenging Wrath is gone, you switch to the gears when you don't have Avenging Wrath, and then you start by stun the targets, and then you will get that additional haste. And then because I have the this talent, I will definitely have the stun every 30 seconds, so I will make sure that I have the this buff every 30 seconds. And then once but just to be aware, when you put on your trinket, the active effect is going to be in cooldown for 30 seconds. You won't be able to use it right away, but you can use it for the next wave. So usually when I start, I use Avenging Wrath and I can kill the first wave and the second wave. And then right after that, I switch to this and I kill the third wave and just make sure you stun to get this. And then for the fourth wave, you will have this ready, and then make sure you also stun to get this effect. And then at the fifth wave, you should have your Avenging Wrath ready. So after the fourth wave, switch back to this, and then you can use your Avenging Wrath for the fifth wave. So that's how you rotate, and then to fully take advantage of the legendaries and different items. And you can even go further by having the single target trinkets and the AoE target trinkets. But for me, I just use these ones and the Arcano Crystal, and they work pretty well in both situations. So I don't have the different gears or different trinkets for single target or AoE. So that's that. And my third set is the speed. So when you're not fighting and you are trying to catch up with your teammates, you want to run as fast as possible. And because of this legendary, you can run really fast. And to fully take advantage of that, you want to have one of your secondary stats as high as possible so that you can move really fast. So you can now see the difference of moving when I switch to this. Okay, it's moving crazy. It's because I have 67 mastery, and the effect is that I will have 70% of my mastery, which is how much mastery do I have? 14,000 mastery. So I will have a lot of speed because of that. So for when when you want to run really fast, you need to have a set specifically for that. So I just personally have a lot of gear that gives me a lot of mastery. So I just pick the gear that gives me the most mastery for each part, and then I I use the legendary feat, and then I will be run like crazy. And also the ring also gives me 10% increased movement speed as well. So for this set, I will be moving like crazy. And if I go back to this, oh, so slow. Okay, so that's just my three different sets. I keep on switching when I'm doing the Mythic Dungeon Plus. The other ones are just for tank or heal, and also one of them is also for survivability. There is some weeks, it's when you are very easy to die. You wanna use other legendaries such as wrist, which saves you every 3 minutes, and also the neck, because it gives you a shield, so that's also an option. um, so that's just all my suggestions, and I will post out more videos when we start raiding Tomb of Sagaras, and thank you very much.